let's move on. Let's go back to linebackers. And we already previewed it a little bit when we talked about Edge Cooper, but Peyton Wilson is plus 900 to go in the first round, which I don't know what the number was for Jack Campbell and the other linebackers last year, but that does feel a little rich, not gonna lie. Like I feel like that should be a lot lower. I don't think he's 9 to 1 to go in the first round. Like I would like if I was setting that line, I'd probably put it like plus 400, plus 500. He's a really good player, and I think it's the injuries that kind of scare off people and the age, you know. But dude, he did everything well, man. He rushed the passer. He played. He was in coverage. He's off ball linebacker. He's on line of scrimmage. Dude does everything, man. He's so good. And then like, not that it was shocking because when you watch the film, he is insanely explosive, but his numbers at the combine were just nuts. 4.4 something on the 40-yard dash. Bonkers. Absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, no, Peyton Wilson, like Edge Cooper again, a guy who has the tools, right, and has the size and the speed and the athleticism, but he has injury history. Maybe he's a little bit slender of a guy. Yeah, he's 6'4", but he's only 230, and he looks he looks pretty skinny, for a linebacker that's going to be going up against freaky guards that are coming at him, pulling or big tight ends that can, put him in the ground. So I think that kind of scares people away. But him in coverage and like that's also what you value. A 3 down linebacker, those are guys that get taken in the first round with tools and upside. But like you said, the age, injury history, this, maybe the weight and all that scaring teams off from taking him in the first round. I don't know if I quite have him as high as, a grade as I do on Edge Cooper. I also think like, it took him a while to get to this, to be healthy and to shine this year. And yes, he looked unbelievable. But I also think like Edge Cooper's been doing it for a couple years now. Like you've seen it, you know that stuff. So I'm not going to call it 1 year wonder for Peyton Wilson because I don't believe that at all. But I do think
No, he
like
was
that body of
productive.
work.
He, he was productive throughout his career. Just when he was hurt, he was not. That's
Yeah.
just what it was.
So I'll give him. I'll probably have a first to a second round grade on him. And also I don't think he'll probably go in that first round. Although we saw Xavier Collins go in the first round a couple years ago and guys like that. So there are weird
Jordan
things to
Brooks.
happen. Jordan Brooks, like it's not crazy at all, but to me, if I was a betting man, I would bet against that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I won't be betting against it because there's no value at all.
Mhm.
But yeah, I have a second round grade, Peyton Wilson. I also think he is I think I'll get taken in the second round probably. I mean, he could get taken in the third round. Like stuff happens. I mean, where did uh what's the name from Arkansas go?
Drew Sanders,
Drew Sanders. You went in the third round last year? Fourth
I
round?
believe so.
Dude, he went late, bro. And that was a guy that I was certain. Again, dude, we're totally wrong about this sometimes. Like that's a guy that I was certain was a first or second round pick, and he
He
did
was not,
not.
by the way, he's not a guy 6'4", 235, tested
Same,
unbelievable well.
same,
His
same thing.
Yeah, and so and he also had the flexibility that he played edge too for a couple years of college, where he could put his hand in the dirt, rush the passer,
And he
uber
was
productive,
younger, so it's
and he
like,
was 2 years younger, 3 years younger. So and he went in the third round, I guess early third, so 67th overall. But it's interesting.
yeah.
It's very
So
very
like,
interesting.
yeah. So I think Drew Sanders is a better player than Peyton Wilson. So Peyton Wilson could slip to third round, but I have him as a second round grade. He's a very good football player. We've been high on him since. I mean, dude, you're looking at folks that hammered the NC State over. Part of that had to do with the really good secondary that they had coming in there, and also the
You
return
mean
of.
Robert and I? Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was pretty high on Brendan Armstrong, Robert and I, and MJ Morris came to save the day. But hey, Brendan Armstrong had his highlights. Come
He
on.
won a couple games down the stretch. Brendan Armstrong did.
Yeah, he cashed. He cashed that thing and uh almost won a bowl game. Wait, no, he did win a bowl game. Wait, Pop Tart
They
Bowl.
went.
Who won that game? I
Was
think
it
Kansas
Kansas
State.
State?
Yeah, it was against
Yeah,
Kansas State. I think Kansas State won that game. Darn
yeah,
it,
because
Brendan
Avery
Armstrong.
Johnson.
Darn it, Brendan Armstrong. But anyways, uh Peyton Wilson, good player. I like talking about him.